So we're going to call this video A is for assholes. Yes, that is right. You heard correctly. A is for assholes. We might actually do this whole letter of the alphabet theme and might have to repeat letters twice, occasionally. So, A is for assholes. What do I mean by that? Well, it's simple. People that go, oh, there, you'll get over it. People that try to tell me they know and understand what I'm going through when they've never had a stroke. Like, they themselves have never had a stroke, and now, I know exactly what you're going through. Fuck off, you do. Right? People that offer useless, meaningless suggestions and ideas. Like, absolutely just fuck me. People that mistake trying to attempt to have a meaningful conversation as to where I'm at emotionally or psychically is an attempt to engage in a pity party. No, I'm looking for someone to actually have a discussion with about where I'm at, and I thought you were a friend. Yeah. Oh, the better one. The people that say, oh, you look like you're doing great. Yeah, you see the physical side. You don't see what's not going on up here or what is going on up here. Yeah, I might look great. Perfect. I'm about 95% of where I was physically on a good day. About 85% on a bad day. Yeah, you see me physically, right? And you might see me for 10 minutes, maybe 20. What you don't see is what it takes to get ready to get out into the world and what happens when I get home from the world. That's what you don't see. Yeah. So, during your post-stroke journey, you're going to encounter assholes. And they're out there. Right? There are plenty of assholes. So, about a week, within the first week of my stroke, I encountered my first two assholes. The first one was in a restaurant. They were a patron. I was stuttering, slurring my speech, stammering, post-stroke, couldn't control my pitch or volume, and he told me, well, I'm being pretty loud and huffy. Well, I put him in his place as I was leaving. There's a video about that called Warning, There Will Be Idiots. The next asshole I encountered was a counter worker at Tim Hortons, who basically accused me of, actually no, she said I was lying and I'm joking, about my presentation. And that was a couple days after my stroke. Again, within the first week. Other assholes I've encountered, people that, accuse you of joking. Oh, you're joking about having this. I'm like, no, I'm not. Again, you're looking at me in the moment, right? You don't know what it either took to get here or what it's like to stay here, right? Or what it's going to be like when I get home and have to fall apart, right? That I'm going to be in bed for the next 4 hours if I'm lucky. The people that want to be patronizing, right? People that you try to actually have a conversation with them, and they're patronizing as fuck, right? Give you suggestions about, oh, well, if you can't come back to work, you can do this. Well, that's actually not how I wanted this conversation to go. And then when you tell them, no, that's not what I mean, and they're like, oh, no, you're just trying to have a pity party. I'm like, no, I actually wanted to engage you in a real conversation about where I'm at emotionally, where I'm at psychically, but you immediately decide that I'm looking for a pity party, and I'm just looking for someone to bounce some ideas off to feel good about where I'm at right now. So there are various species of assholes. Now that we've identified that there are species of assholes, how do you deal with assholes? Me, I throw it in their face, right? I don't fucking care, right? I'm going to throw it in your face that you're an asshole. Unless it's not situationally appropriate, in which case I will come home and vent to the internet. Ding! So in the restaurant, when the patron was being an asshole, I called him on it publicly. The Tim Hortons employee, I called her on it publicly and then immediately engaged their public complaints hotline. Oh, there have been 2 healthcare practitioners that have been dicks. They both have complaints at the college level, right? And I'm going to pursue my complaints against them at the college level, and the Human Rights Commission of Ontario, more likely. And then people that I've encountered otherwise, where situationally appropriate, I will call them on their bullshit. When it's not situationally appropriate, you learn a pretty valuable lesson. Right? The lesson is, I no longer trust you. That's simple. Right? I attempted to engage you in a meaningful conversation. I needed someone to actually listen to what I was saying. You chose to be a douche. And, well, I no longer trust these people. They may open their mouths. I will immediately discount anything that makes a noise. It's just that simple. Right? And it's sad because some of these people you considered friends, right? Some of these people you might have trusted their opinion or their judgment in the past. Some of these people you thought they might have had your back, right? So what do? Right? You immediately disengage from that individual because you realize continuing that conversation will not only get you more frustrated because you're trying to intimate, this is what I need from you. Right? And that's where I suggest you be very clear, concrete, concise, and congruent in your language with assholes. So you're clear with them. This is what I'm looking for. Right? You're concrete in your language. You use language that has no ambiguity. Right? Right? So you're clear, you're concrete, you're concise. Make it short to the point. Right? And you're congruent. Everything has a logical sequence. Right? So you don't have to lead them down the garden path and put little breadcrumbs for them to follow their way home. Right? You're having a very clear, concise, congruent, right, and concrete conversation. Unfortunately, even if you attempted to do that, it's been my perception and my observation that they still think you're looking to have a pity party. No, I'm not looking for a fucking pity party. I actually wanted some valuable and constructive input. And 99% of the time, I've been left with bullshit. Absolute meaningless drivel. So, how do you deal with assholes? Well, one, disengage conversation. Just stop, right? Even if you tell them, hey, stop being an asshole, this is what I need from you, and I've done that, they still don't quite get it. So one, this is where you have to learn to be your own advocate and be your own defender. One, just tell them the conversation's done, right? Just, I'm done with this, I need to walk away, and walk away. Two, grow back Rome. This means you need to start complaining about people to their superiors or their professional bodies in colleges. Fucking do it, right? That means you're complaining about your dentist, complain because they're being a douche. It means you're complaining about a nurse you dealt with, complaining about a doctor, contacting the manager of a store or if it's a chain, going on their website and complaining, right, to the head office. If that means, whatever the case may be, If that means you have to discontinue a friendship, so be it. If it's in a workplace environment, if that means you have to engage your HR representative, do it, right? Ultimately, there are going to be assholes. Ultimately, there's going to be people that think they know what a stroke is when they've never had a stroke. There are going to be people that they are going to think what they know is best for you, and they're going to be dismissive about it. Fuck them. It's that simple, right? So, you, as the stroke assaulter, right, need to understand that is only you on a good day, right? On a good day, know what's best for you. And there are days you don't have a fucking clue what's best for you. Right? Let's just be honest here. Because I still have days I'm like, I have no idea. Like, I don't know what's best for me. So there are going to be assholes. And they're going to have to be dealt with. You're going to deal with them quickly. Right? You're going to put them down and you're going to move on. You're going to put them down, you're going to do it quick, and you're going to move on. Right? And then, if the situation warrants it, you're going to find the next level of redress above that individual. And you're going to redress the issue with that person's manager or regional vice president or the labor board or the Human Rights Commission or the college or professional body that regulates and licenses that individual. I don't care who it is. Like, I don't care if it's the Pope, Queen Elizabeth, your local mayor, right? Your manager at work, a police officer, a doctor, nurse, lawyer. I don't care who it is. It's absolutely irrelevant. If that person is not willing to deal with you in a manner in which is respectful to you, respectful to the situation you're in, and respectful to the journey you're on, right? They're an asshole. Cut and dried, right? And I'm going to have to say this, that includes family, right? If members of your family are not supportive to you, fucking get rid of them. They're fucking done, right? People aren't going to like that. Don't care, right? You know, I've encountered a few assholes this week, and a few weeks before. And it sticks in my craw that people try to tell me that they know what I'm going through. I know exactly what you're going through. I understand exactly what you're going through. Really? Had a stroke? No. I don't have enough time, patience, or crayons to explain how you have no clue what you're talking about. Right? And you know what? The fact that I've had my stroke, right, gives me a sense of understanding of someone else that's gone through a stroke or going through a stroke. That means in no way, shape, kind, or form I understand their stroke and how it's impacted them specifically. Right? Because strokes are so unique, and so is every individual. Right? It seems like since my stroke, almost daily, I'm collecting another stroke story. Right? I'm collecting my own little merry band of stroke folk. And I hear various stories from like, oh, my dad had a stroke, or my brother had a stroke, or I had a stroke, or a friend of mine had a stroke. I've been collecting these stroke stories. And every stroke is so unique to every individual, I could not even begin to put myself in other people's shoes. Right? I could not begin to even estimate what that person is going through. Right? Probably the worst case scenario I've encountered is someone who had a stroke on a beach in Antarctica. Literally the worst place on the planet. Left of the rock, right of the hard place. Right? The C-130 is going to take hours to get there. And then hours to get you home. Right? So, let alone get you the medication you need. So, I understand there are going to be very egregious individuals out there. And I understand these individuals are going to try to tell you they know what's best for you. And I understand these individuals are going to try to give you some really nonsensical bullshit made up ideas that they think is a great thing. They're idiots. That's what I have to say to that. Out and out idiots. There are people that are not going to recognize the fact that what they see is a 10 or 15 minute little snippet of your day. And during that 10 or 15 minutes, you look brilliant, right? That's what they don't see, is what it takes to get ready and what happens when you get home. I understand that completely, right? They're idiots, right? It is not your job to educate idiots. You do not have the time. You do not have the energy, right? And it'd become a full-time unpaid job, right? That's where that is. You do not have the time to educate these idiots and assholes, right? What you do have the time to do is advocate for yourself, right? And the best suggestion I have is, 1, disengage from the situation. 2, create distance from it. 3, seek redress of grievance from the next level up, right? And if that doesn't work, prepare to walk on backs, right? People are going to get tired that your shoe prints are on their backside. And that's just the way it's going to be, right? Right? Again, the solution to deal with idiots: disengage, create distance, redress a grievance at the next level up. And if that is unsatisfactory, continue escalating the grievance until you get to the government or the college level that certifies them. So, on that note, we're going to step off Mr. Soapbox, where A is for assholes, and we're going to just let everybody know, if you happen to have had a stroke or you're watching a family member go through the journey of recovery from a stroke, please like, share, subscribe, give this to your friends and family. Comment if there's something you want to see me cover. Please put it down in the comments below. And if you happen to see someone that's either yourself or someone around you that appears to be going through a stroke, and those signs or symptoms would be facial droop, inability to raise both arms equally, effectively, or at all, slurred, stuttering speech, inappropriate word usage for situation or context, inability to smile equally, effectively, or at all, general body weakness, weakness on one side, or inability to stand unaided, please immediately place that person in a position of comfort and dial 911. Something so simple could save a life.